Walking slowly through the evening, familiar breeze around me. Even when thoughts of you return, now they make me smile. Passing seasons left behind still remain somewhere in me. Even all my little footsteps now feel lighter somehow. The ones meant to meet will meet again. Somehow I believe that now. Like the warmth inside your bright smile still staying with me. Underneath the same white sky, if our paths are still connected, maybe someday naturally we will meet again. Waiting by the crossing lights, watching people passing by. Somehow it still feels like you could appear somewhere. Even how you turn away softly when our eyes would meet. Now whenever I remember, I simply start to smile. Time keeps slowly moving on, seasons changing once again. Still the warmth from back then softly remains with me. The ones meant to meet will meet again. Still I believe it today. All the quiet passing moments feel like they led us here. Like the gentle words you gave while smiling warmly then. Little memories from that season still walk beside me. Even roads that take the long way find their place eventually. Maybe all the time between us will connect someday. The ones meant to meet will meet again. Now I'm no longer rushing. In the same breeze and same season, we will smile again. Walking slowly side by side through unfinished little stories. Between warm and quiet smiles, we'll continue once again. When the warm breeze starts blowing, I slow down my steps somehow. On sunny days that feel like springtime, you come back to mind. Though that season passed so quickly, it still remains the same. Scenes of you turning back with laughter cross my thoughts again. That spring day comes back again, slowly filling up my mind. Softly moving strands of hair, light and easy footsteps too. Hiding laughter with your hand, looking back so playfully. All those tiny little moments still remain with me. Turning corners down the alley, I still look behind sometimes, like we could run into each other somewhere unexpectedly. The warm way you greeted first still stays inside my thoughts. Tiny memories from that season keep making me smile. Seasons slowly circle back now. Flower petals fill the streets, and the excitement from that day returns together too. That spring day comes back again, still returning now and then. The way you turn your eyes away comes back to me tonight. Like the mellow song still playing softly through my earphones now. Warm air from that little season still remains. that spring day comes back again. Maybe someday once again, on the same streets in the same season, we will smile again. Walking slowly side by side, talking through unfinished stories, through the softly blowing spring wind. We could continue on. Holding on to one small book, looking out beyond the glass, tilting your head curiously. That expression made me smile. Before I even noticed, I was smiling back at you. Quiet afternoon around us, started feeling light somehow. Every time our eyes connected, I kept talking more than usual. Expressions I could never hide started showing through. Eyes filled up with curiosity, keep tickling at my heart. Every little question that you asked feels like a gentle rhythm, softly moving strands of hair, playful corners of your smile. Even simple cafe moments feel just like a movie scene. Looking through the menu slowly, then suddenly laughing out, covering your lips with both hands while your eyes kept smiling wide. Tiny drops upon the ice glass, sliding slowly down the side, made me wanna stay there longer without saying much at all. Even little jokes between us make my whole mood brighter now. Slowly passing after, now I start feeling too short. Eyes filled up with curiosity, still remain inside my mind. Quiet conversations from today, stay with me tonight. Leaning by the bus window, blankly watching city lights, then I catch myself there smiling without noticing why. Nothing bigger really happened, still it stays with me somehow. At the ending of a simple day, warmth quietly remains. Eyes filled up with curiosity, still remain with me tonight. Maybe if we meet again someday, we'll laugh much more easily.
Standing by the vending machine, reaching for a coin at once. When our fingertips touched lightly, I started smiling somehow. Such a short and simple conversation still remains inside my head. Trying hard to stay collected, still I couldn't hide my grin. The little talk we shared that day keeps returning naturally. The calm and easy way you spoke still lingers near my ears. Nodding softly while you smiled, tiny expressions stay with me. An ordinary afternoon became something special then. Yeah, tracing circles on the mug rim, with your fingertips so slow, looking out beyond the window, speaking in your quiet voice. Bangs moving a little softly, tiny smiling crescent eyes. Nothing major after coming back home, scenes replay inside my mind, leaving music softly playing while I stare outside. The little talk we shared that day makes me wanna hear it again. Moments filled with easy laughter color all my thoughts tonight. Crossing through the traffic lights, I pull out my phone, somehow staring at an empty screen for much longer than I should. Never thought a passing moment would remain this long with me. Just the softness of one person's voice changed the whole day gently. The little talk we shared that day still remains inside my heart. Maybe if we meet again someday, I'll laugh a little longer. Meeting near the staircase corner, bright smiling eyes appear, waving softly with her small hand. She said hello first, trying hard to stay so casual. Still my shoulders lifted up. Maybe just that little greeting made the whole day light. The moment when she smiled at me keeps returning naturally. Softly calling out a greeting still remains near my ears. Every street I slowly walk through makes a smile appear again. Even ordinary afternoons feel a little special now. Underneath the sunlight softly falling on her white shirt sleeves, the way she brushed her hair aside feels clearer tonight. Though it was a passing moment, it keeps staying on my mind. Even walking back home tonight, I slow down somehow. That moment when she smiled at me quietly shook something inside. Even one brief glance between us keeps replaying now. Leaning by the bus window slowly, watching city lights outside. That little greeting from today still comes back again. Without any special reason, today just feels brighter now. Maybe moments just like these are what excitement means. Oh, that moment when she smiled at me still remains upon my face. Maybe if we meet again someday, we'll grow closer naturally.
On a bench beneath the shadows, soft wind settled through the trees. She was gently watching petals resting in her hands. After little conversations faded, silence softly stayed. Still somehow the two beside each other did not feel alone. Far away the sound of laughter, spring light moving slow. More than words, the two were quietly sharing little hearts. In the silence between them, they kept looking at each other there. Petals drifting through the warm spring air, move with slowing time. Why did warmth remain? Why did time move slow through the gentle afternoon breeze? A little thrill stayed near. She looked upward at the branches swaying in the wind, while he quietly held her silhouette inside his eyes. Even little passing stories turned to easy smiles, and the day they walked together slowly stayed inside their hearts. What had started like coincidence on a passing day, slowly they were growing into someone warm and close. In the silence between them, their hearts slowly moved closer now. Even sunlight through the quiet afternoon shimmered soft and slow. Why did eyes remain? Why did hearts still race on the bench beneath the springtime light? Warmth was lingering. For the very first time she was learning, silence shared with someone could feel gentle too. In the silence between them, they were smiling quietly. Petals drifting with the little spring breeze stayed inside their hearts. Why did moments shine? Why remember still through the peaceful afternoon that day? Love was softly growing. Early morning at the station, music fading far away. Fixing straps upon my backpack, I turned around once more. Familiar streets behind me, passing buses down the road. Quietly I kept collecting little scenes before I left. That short season we once shared still remains inside my heart. Even trying to act normal, I keep smiling still. Still tonight I'm leaving here with a little ache inside, looking back on passing moments quietly, one by one. Bright smiling eyes, I still remember little waves you gave to me through the softly moving wind. You keep returning now. Songs inside my earphones drifting with familiar melodies, watching city streets outside me passing slowly by. Tiny notes upon my phone screen, short little words I left behind. Nothing special in those sentences, still I read them twice. Even if we grow apart now, nothing really disappears. Warm memories left between us still continue on. Still tonight I'm leaving here with a quiet smile instead. Ordinary little moments stay with me tonight. At the crossing on that evening, your small smiling eyes remain. Maybe if we meet again someday, we'll laugh more easily. Passing connections sometimes find their way again someday. Maybe all these steps tonight are leading somewhere too. Still tonight I'm leaving here more with hope than loneliness. Imagining the day we meet again somewhere down the road. Slowly fading city lights, softly shaking thoughts inside. Even this last passing scenery I will remember warmly. Morning sunlight on the street. As I put my earphones in, I end up searching for the song we listened to that day. Nothing special happened today, still I start to smile again. Little moments passing by, keep returning now. Why does she stay on my mind, even while I'm walking slow? That bright smile she used to give suddenly comes back again. Holding one glass of lemonade, walking with that lighter step across these ordinary streets. Warm memories remain. Crossing lights, a familiar scent goes by. Then without a reason why I look around again. Go ahead first, you used to say, with that soft and gentle voice. Tiny scenes that meant so little stay with me somehow. Even after seasons change, everything stays clear somehow. Warmth that settled quietly colors all my day. Why does she stay on my mind while I stare beyond the glass, turning away to hide your eyes? Still comes back to me, softly moving strands of hair, playful little smiling eyes. Through the breeze of this afternoon, smile spread once again. Maybe somewhere out there now we could meet again someday. Every familiar little street makes me look around. Why does she stay on my mind? Still today feels bright somehow. Though that season passed so quickly, it remains with me. Maybe if we meet again, we will laugh much more easily and continue all the stories left unfinished. Left unfinished then. When the morning slowly brightens, you're the first one on my mind. That little smiling look you gave still makes me smile today. Though the season passed so quickly, its warmth never disappeared. One small moment filled with excitement still walks beside my days. A heart untouched by passing time, you still carry part of me. Even through the distant moments, you remain right here. The moment when our hearts connected, soft excitement lingering on. All the memories from that day still make me smile. the streets. I remember how you spoke, tilting your head a little softly while you smiled at me. Walking slowly on the way home, my footsteps lose their pace. Somewhere deep inside my heart, that season still remains. Even ordinary little days filled with thoughts of you somehow. Quiet feelings flowing gently color all my thoughts. A heart untouched by passing time, you still stay inside of me. Every passing little memory leaves behind warm light. Moments when we look together, smile slowly spreading wide. All the little trembling feelings still continue now. Even when we're far apart now, warmth still never fades away. Underneath this same white sky, it feels like we're together. A heart untouched by passing time, a heart staying close forever. Like the warmth our season left behind, still softly shining on. Your smile and shining little eyes still remain so clear to me. At the start and end of every day, you're still here with me.
At the end of quiet alleyways, little paintings line the walls. She stood there for a little while, looking at them all. Tiny things behind her windows made her smile like a child. And he quietly kept walking just beside her there. Someone who could turn small moments into something bright. Without knowing he could no longer look away from her. She smiled at little things warmer than the sunlight there. Laughter drifting through the alleyways stayed inside his heart. Why did she shine so bright? Why did eyes remain through the quiet afternoon? A little thrill flowed by. By a little street side painting, she stopped once again. Then she turned around, smiling softly, like she'd found a treasure. Through the softly moving spring wind, her hair moved gently there. And he slowly kept that little scene deep inside his heart. At first it seemed like only one short passing day. Now he slowly wished somehow this moment would not end. She smiled at little things like ordinary days. Every time her laughter drifted near, his heart moved again. Why did time move slow? Why did smiles remain in the sunlight through the alleyway? Spring stayed lingering. She was smiling just like freedom. And though while watching her like that, he was slowly learning what it meant to fall in love. She smiled at little things brightest in the afternoon. All the laughter laughter floating through the sunlight stayed there in his heart. Why did warmth remain? Why remember still inside that little alleyway? Love was quietly growing.
On the hill beneath the sunset, soft winds drifted through the air. Standing by the old stone railing, they looked over lights below. After every little yaki, small smiles lingered there. She was quietly holding this whole moment in heart. Even all the quiet silences felt unexpectedly warm. And before they even noticed, they were looking at the same sky. A little longer tonight, wish the sunset would remain. All the moments they were smiling there could just stay like this. Why does time move fast? Why do hearts feel sad? Underneath the evening painted sky, a little thrill remained. Following the evening breezes, she moved back her hair, and he quietly remembered every little motion. As the city lights below them slowly filled the night, they kept slowing down their footsteps, trying to hold the time. What once felt like only one short passing day, now it's slowly turned into something hard to lose. A little longer tonight, wish the night would softly stay. Even all the words they could not say could remain a while. Why do smiles remain? Why can't eyes look away? On the hill beneath the fading light, love was growing there. She felt she would carry this whole day for a long time, and he could not let go of the hours spent beside her. A little longer tonight, wish the final light would stay. Even all the skies they watched together stayed inside their hearts. Why does warmth remain? Why look back again through the quiet evening air that night? Happiness stayed near. Late at night beside the bus stop, underneath the vending lights, holding warm cups with both hands softly, you smile quietly. Just a few exchange words, still my heartbeat lifted up, slowly passing through the night air. Everything felt warm. That slightly trembling little voice still echoes through my mind. The way you smile while talking softly stayed with me tonight. Standing underneath the streetlights, giving little nods to me. Even ordinary evenings started feeling new. Playing with your earphone cord, then looking beyond the glass. Songs drifting through the quiet darkness fit this night so well. Matching footsteps through the alley, walking slowly side by side. Closer to my home we wandered, still I wished it longer. Even tiny conversations stay somewhere inside my chest. Little traces of your laughter keep returning now. That slightly trembling little voice fills my thoughts throughout the day. Even all the usual scenery softly starts to change. Waiting by the crossing lights, listening to songs alone. Then I catch myself just smiling without knowing why. Without any special reason, tonight simply feels so bright. Maybe moments shaped like this one keep unfolding slowly. That slightly trembling little voice still remains with me tonight. Maybe if we meet again someday, I'll walk beside you longer. Warm afternoon skies above them suddenly were filled with rain, laughing as they matched their footsteps, running side by side. Brushing back her wet hair softly, she kept laughing there. And while watching her beside him, he laughed with her too. Raindrops falling from the rooftop, closer than before somehow. Still they didn't understand why their hearts raced fast. Laughing in the rain, running through the little spring shower. Even all the playful moments started feeling bright. Why do smiles appear? Why do hearts feel light? In the rainy afternoon air, spring light drifted near, holding out her hand beneath it, catching little drops of rain. Smiling like a child while watching tiny shining pearls. And he quietly kept staring, thinking she looked beautiful. For a little moment their words slipped far away. Only standing just a little closer could make hearts move like this. Slowly they were learning something warm together. Laughing in the rain, standing underneath the rooftop, time their eyes would meet, smile escaped again. Why does time move fast? Why not let this end? Through the softly falling springtime rain, hearts were growing close. She was shining brighter than the raindrops in the light, and without even noticing, he was falling for her. Laughing in the rain through the little springtime shower, their laughter drifting through the air, softly spread around. Why does joy stay near? Why remember still? Through the rainy springtime breeze, a little thrill remains. A little thrill remains. Near the fountain in the sunlight, laughter filled the crowded square. She held up a tiny silver coin resting in her hands. With a playful little smile, she closed her eyes to make a wish. Then she tossed it through the shining light into dancing waves. Through the softly moving water, her laughter spread around. And while watching her beside the fountain, he forgot to speak. In the moment of that little wish, time was standing still. Though they laughed like it was nothing, hearts were slowly moving close. Why did she shine so bright? Why did eyes remain across a sparkling afternoon? A little thrill began. Leaning by the edge together, she looked into the waves, while he quietly held her silhouette inside his eyes. People drifting all around them, silence settled softly there. And before they even noticed, they were closer now. Even quiet little moments started feeling warm, and the time they shared together stayed inside their hearts. In the moment of that little wish, they were smiling there, in the middle of an ordinary day, learning love somehow. Why did time move slow? Why did hearts feel warm through the shining fountain light? Spring was drifting near. She was smiling just like freedom, and while watching her like that, for the first time he was wishing this would never end. In the moment of that little wish, their eyes softly stayed. All the laughter shining through the sunlight lingered in the air. Why did hearts still race? Why remember now? Inside all the sparkling waves, love was quietly growing. Morning sunlight softly falls strolling on the quiet corner street, pushing open glass doors slowly with a little smile. Nothing special happened today, still my mood feels lighter now. Even all the familiar streets look different somehow. What is this feeling inside? Why do my footsteps slow down? Even short and passing moments keep returning now. Waiting at the crosswalk lights, I look up without a reason. Fixing one side of her earphones, walking slowly to the beat. Even how her back straps sway still remains with me. Just one little glance today, stay with me the whole afternoon. Something I still can't explain quietly spreads inside. What is this feeling inside? Over one an ordinary day, a gentle warmth came drifting in, quietly shaking me. Walking slowly on the way home without any reason why. Even though the evening air feels nicer tonight, that smiling, passing little scene keeps returning naturally at the ending of this quiet day. Warm light settles down. What is this feeling inside? Still remaining here tonight. Maybe if we meet again someday, I'll smile a little more. Through the bus window slowly, city lights were passing by, fixing one side of her earphones with a little smile. Edges of her beige scarf softly moved along the evening wind. Somehow my eyes kept following, turning back once more again. Nothing special happened today, still my steps felt light somehow, and a little smile kept staying quietly upon my face. There's a feeling I can't explain, slowly spreading through my heart. Even short and passing moments keep returning to my mind. Waiting at the traffic light, I looked up without a reason. Even all the familiar streets felt a little different now. Near the elevator doorway, our eyes met for just a while. Using sleeves of her white shirt softly, she brushed her hair aside. To the rhythm of slow footsteps, her back strap swayed quietly. Though she slowly disappeared, the moment stayed with me. Though we never shared long long conversations or exchange that many words. As the evening slowly deepened, she kept crossing through my thoughts. There's a feeling I can't explain, coloring my days so softly. Ordinary passing little scenes now begin to shine somehow. Crossing through the faded crosswalk, I turn back without a reason. And her tiny smiling eyes still feel so close to me tonight. Though she only passed beside me, she remains inside my mind. Maybe feelings just like these are where beginnings quietly start. There's a feeling I can't explain, still remaining close tonight. The little smiling passing moment keeps returning naturally. Maybe if we meet again, things will feel a little easier. Slowly saying each other's names, walking side by side someday. At the end of the familiar street, I saw her there again today. Through a softly colored greatcoat, evening wind drifted around, hair moving gently in the breeze, shadows underneath the glow, only just a few steps from me. Still my heart couldn't reach that little smile upon her lips, greeting someone quietly. I watched for just a moment longer, then slowed my steps again. Every day around the same time, we pass each other quietly. Though it should feel ordinary now, it only grows more clear between these repeating moments. Something quietly grows in me. Though she feels so close beside me, she still feels far away, beyond the softly flowing hair. One brief glance reaches my heart, and every time our eyes collide, my whole day slowly changes. Near the seat beside the window, warm hands wrapped around her cup, tilting slightly as she smiled, trying softly not to laugh. Through her little earphones drifting came a calm, familiar song. Even the rhythm of her footsteps still remains inside my mind. If I spoke a word someday, could we slowly grow closer? Little questions in my heart still remain tonight. Why do fleeting little moments stay with me this long somehow? Like the slowly changing seasons, feeling softly spread inside. Between these repeating moments, familiar butterflies appear. Though we walk the same streets daily, I still don't know her name. In the softness of her bright eyes, in the calmness of her voice, every little passing memory leaves behind a gentle warmth. Maybe underneath this same sky, she feels something quietly too. Though we simply pass each other, my eyes always remain Between these repeated moments, quiet feelings continue on. If I reached out just a little, maybe we could finally meet. And perhaps just like the warm wind, someday naturally, somehow, we will smile and face each other, growing closer little by little.
Looking softly in the mirror, I smile there by myself. If we happen to meet again, what expression would you wear? Moments passing by so quickly still return to me today, making me imagine softly who we are now. If I see you once again, would you smile at me first, lowering your eyes a little while softly saying hi? Would you still look away playfully, just the way you used to then? Thinking about it somehow makes me smile again. Turning corners through the alley when familiar scents drift by. For a second I start wondering, maybe it is you. The gentle way you held the door still remains with me. Tiny little memories from then stay so clear somehow. Though the seasons keep on changing, my heart stays the same. The warmth from all those little moments still spreads through my days. Oh, if I see you once again, still I picture it alone. The brightness in your walking steps comes back suddenly, like melodies inside my earphones. Warmth still lingers softly. Maybe if we meet again someday, we'll smile more easily. Maybe somewhere deep inside you remember too sometimes. Maybe feelings just like mine still remain with you. If I see you once again, slowly I imagine it, on the same streets, in the same breeze, walking side by side, talking through the stories left behind. Little by little then, I wanna bring back once again all those warm little moments.
Soft sunlight slowly falling near the corner by the glass. Through her quiet base scarf softly, loose hair brushed against her cheek. Small pale hands around a cup, warm breath drifting in her eyes with a soft and quiet smile. Just a little glance between us still felt comfortable somehow. Even in that simple greeting there was warmth I couldn't name. Something calm and softly glowing quietly reached my heart. The warmth I felt right from the start, like spring air moving close to me. In the softness of her smiling eyes, everything began to change. Even how she moved her hair aside, even in her gentle way of speaking, there was something slowly shaking every quiet part of me. Hiding laughter with her hand, trying softly not to smile, looking out beyond the window, then returning with her gaze underneath the fading sunset, resting in her shining eyes. That calm and delicate expression keeps returning now and then. Sleeves moving with the wind, lightly swaying as she walked. Even every little movement still remains inside my mind. Sometimes without special words, hearts begin to slowly move, like a warmth that's getting closer, spreading quietly inside. The warmth I felt right from the start came drifting softly like spring wind. That transparent little moment keeps coloring all my days. Even in our meeting eyes, even in her trembling breath, more than simple butterflies, there was something warmer there. Though it was a fleeting moment, why does it still stay with me? Even all the light and air that day feels perfectly alive. The warmth I felt right from the start still remains inside my heart. That softly spreading little smile comes back to me today. Maybe if we meet again someday, she will smile the very same way, and I'll quietly remember that gentle look again. Late afternoon sunlight falling softly through the street. Underneath her yellow sweater, small hands resting quietly. Wind moving through her hair, brushing gently near her face. In the clearness of her eyes, my footsteps slowly faded. White sneakers crossing slowly, shadows swaying on the road. Even that familiar street looked different than before. More than just a first hello, there was something softly new. Even every little breath stayed so clear inside my mind. The moment I first saw her there, time began to slow somehow. Through her softly flowing hair, gentle winds were drifting down. At the ending of the day, a little warmth came into view, and the streets and eyes that day still remain inside my heart. she simply passed me by. My eyes stayed there a while, between her pale and careful hands. A little backstrap moved around as she brushed her hair aside. Sunset light fell quietly. Somehow it already felt like a memory I once knew. Though it was our very first time, nothing felt unfamiliar. Just a brief and passing moment still remains inside my mind, like a slowly growing warmth filling every part of me. The moment I first saw her there, an ordinary day had changed. In the softness of her eyes, quiet feelings spread through me. Even all the air that day and the softly moving wind, every little scene from then still remains exactly clear. Like the sunset by the window, fading softly with the spring. Though the moment passed so quickly, its warmth stayed behind. The moment I first saw her there, something quiet moved in me. That small smile she gently gave colored all my fading day. Maybe when I think someday back to how it all began, I will softly smile again, remembering that breeze